The caravan arrived with no men, no camels, no gold. In the dusty annals of the Silk Road, few mysteries are as baffling as the fate of the cotton caravan in 187 BC. Imagine, if you will, the ancient city of Kashgar, a vital hub of trade and intrigue, a place where empires brushed shoulders and fortunes were made and lost on the shifting sands of commerce. It was here, under the watchful gaze of the Tian Shan Mountains, that the unthinkable occurred. A caravan, dispatched from the wealthy oasis kingdom of cotton, famed for its jade and skilled artisans, was expected to arrive laden with riches, but what appeared instead sent ripples of fear and suspicion through the crowded bazaars and imperial courts. The wagons, meticulously crafted and undeniably Cottonese, rolled into the city gates empty. The camels were gone. The gold was gone, and most chillingly, the men, the seasoned traders, the hardened guards, the camel drivers, vanished without a trace, leaving behind only an eerie silence and a haunting question. What could have possibly happened on the perilous journey between Cotton and Kashgar? Our story centers, in part, on a Persian trader named Darius, a man known for his sharp wit and even sharper business acumen. Darius wasn't directly involved with the ill-fated cotton caravan, but he had dealings with them regularly. He traded in textiles and spices, often using the cotton caravans to transport his goods westward. When news of the missing caravan reached him, a knot of unease tightened in his stomach. This wasn't merely a business inconvenience. It was a disruption to the entire Silk Road network. Whispers began to circulate. Bandits, yes, were a constant threat, but this felt different. Bandits would take the goods and perhaps kill a few guards, but they wouldn't erase an entire caravan, camels and all. Some spoke of supernatural forces, of ancient spirits angered by the caravan's passage through sacred lands. Others, more practically, suspected foul play involving rival merchants or even political enemies within the cotton kingdom itself. Darius, a pragmatist at heart, dismissed the supernatural explanations, but the other possibilities gnawed at him. He knew that if this mystery remained unsolved, it could unravel the delicate threads of trust that held the Silk Road together. The investigation fell to the local Kashgar authorities, a mix of Han Chinese officials and local Uyghur leaders, each with their own agendas and biases. Their initial inquiries yielded little. The caravan route showed no signs of a large-scale battle or ambush. There were no bodies, no scattered goods, no broken wagons. It was as if the entire caravan had simply been swallowed by the desert sands. The authorities interrogated travelers, interrogated Cottonese merchants residing in Kashgar, and even discreetly questioned known bandit leaders in the region. But everyone seemed genuinely baffled. Darius, growing increasingly impatient with the official investigation, decided to conduct his own inquiries. He visited the caravanserai, where the cotton caravan had been scheduled to stay, questioned the stable hands, and even bribed a few gossiping servants for information. He learned that the caravan had been larger than usual, carrying an exceptionally large shipment of gold, enough to tempt even the most disciplined bandit. He also discovered that the caravan leader, a Cottonese nobleman named Qasim, had been acting strangely in the days leading up to the journey, secretive and anxious, as if he were expecting trouble. Darius's investigation took a dramatic turn when he stumbled upon a seemingly insignificant detail. A discarded Cottonese saddle blanket, found several miles off the main caravan route. Near a rarely used mountain pass, the blanket was torn and stained with what appeared to be blood. Darius recognized the distinctive pattern as belonging to Cassim's personal riding camel. This suggested that the caravan had been deliberately diverted from its intended course. But why, and who would have the power to convince an entire caravan to change its route? Darius began to suspect a conspiracy, something far more complex than a simple robbery. He revisited his conversations with the Cottonese merchants, paying closer attention to their subtle gestures and veiled comments. He realized that there was a deep-seated rivalry between two powerful families in cotton, the Cassim family and the Rahman family. But this rivalry have played a role in the caravan's disappearance. The highlight: Darius learned that Cassim had secretly been betrothed to a woman from the Rahman family, a union that was fiercely opposed by his own family. Had the Rahmans somehow orchestrated the caravan's disappearance to prevent the marriage and gain political advantage? The truth, when it finally emerged, was even stranger and more politically charged than Darius had imagined. It turned out that Cassim, the caravan leader, had indeed been involved in a secret romance with a Rahman woman. However, the Rahmans hadn't orchestrated the caravan's disappearance. Cassim had. Desperate to escape the arranged marriage his family had planned for him, Cassim had conspired with his lover to fake his own death and flee to a distant land with the caravan's gold. He had deliberately led the caravan off course, staged a mock attack using hired mercenaries, and then vanished into the mountains with a small group of loyal followers and a significant portion of the gold. The saddle blanket was deliberately planted to mislead investigators. The remaining members of the caravan, sworn to secrecy, were left to drive the empty wagons into Kashgar, creating the illusion of a complete disappearance. Cassim and his lover were never found. The gold was never recovered. The incident exposed the simmering tensions between Cotton and Kashgar, further complicated by internal power struggles within the Cotton Kingdom. The caravan arrived with no men, no camels, no gold, and revealed a story of forbidden love, betrayal, and a desperate escape that continues to echo through the corridors of history. Reminder that even on the vast and unforgiving Silk Road, the most dangerous journeys are often the ones we take to escape ourselves.